Alright, Becky and Luke here, and today what I want to do is show you something that I decided to start working on again, and that is this old UMK3 board. Now if you remember a long time back, I got this here from Thing80. He's a really good YouTuber, and he wound up sending this out to me, and he said that it had some problems, and if you remember I put up a video a long time ago on it, and it actually had some problems here underneath the CPU. And what I wound up doing is I removed the CPU multiple times and tried to replace it. What had happened is, I don't know if you can see down here, there's one copper wire right there that there was a trace that was ripped out. And if you take a look at this, this is the image that I took a long time ago. And if you can see here, lots of corrosion on the traces, and this is the trace here that was completely eaten away. So if you see that right there, that's the one that I replaced. And after multiple times of trying to refit this CPU down and multiple times of failing, I had given up on it, and I wound up putting it in my storage locker, and it was just going to be a parts board originally. Also some of the other ROMs were coming up bad, like U64 wasn't even reading. So I went and decided to pull the thing out again, and you know, I was working on that Sun board and I wasn't making a lot of progress on it, so what I like to do from time to time is if I'm not able to fix one thing, I'll go back and see if I can you know, work on another thing that I had sitting around and see if I can make any progress on it, and this was one of them. So I took it back out again, spent the last 3 days here trying to solder back down each individual wire on here, and as you can see, there is a lot of points on there. And the problems that I was having with this thing is I was having unevenness because this is actually, it looks kind of thick, but this is actually one small strand of copper wire from just like a regular piece of wire that I had taken off and soldered down. And yeah, it's just been a nightmare because I hadn't been able to find out the proper pressure, because I would get everything soldered down, but there would still be glitches in the graphics, or it would suddenly stop and reset. But today I was finally able to get this thing to work. So I thought I'd share this with you guys here and show you what it's doing right now. I have my tools that I was using for this thing. When I was prying this thing up and the different points, I mean, I was using everything that I could use. I used a sharp knife here to separate all of them and went over each individual pin one by one, but finally able to get this thing to work. So got it already hooked up here, and we'll turn on the switch and I'll show you what it's doing right now. But let's kill the lights. Let's turn on the switch. Can't believe it. It's been, you know, it seems like it's been about a year. Maybe it's been, you know, a little less or a little bit longer. I'm not quite sure. But if you look at it, all the ROMs will come up green, which is great. It was taking a long time. Actually, U132, 128, 124, 120, and U116, those were all coming up red. And U33 wasn't even lighting up green at all. In fact, most of the time it would light up red and say bad ROM, but now everything is coming up green. And yeah, the glitching and stuff like that, that's just the sync issues with the TV. But as you can see, everything comes up and it's got a perfect screen. No problems at all. Tell you one thing though, this is not something that I would like to do on a regular basis. I would definitely not want to do this again. It was just a lot of work. Once again, the flickering and the lines and stuff like that, that's just the adjustment for the TV, so that's not the board. But working very, very nicely. I'm almost afraid to move it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some hot glue and go over the top of this CPU, kind of like an X shape, and see if I can get this thing to stay down permanently. I don't want it rising up, but... Well done. But yeah, not too bad for, oh geez, I don't know, a year or half a year's worth of work. It's really a good feeling to get these boards that you know, you kind of give up on. You feel like there's no hope with them. You get them up and working again. Really good feeling. Really enjoy that. So, but if I put in some coins here. As you can see, a lot of the characters are still hidden. And you know, just by putting on one of these characters here, just gonna be horrible here with one hand, like always. But, you know, just to show you that everything's still working great. It doesn't lock up halfway through either, it just continues to play as normal. So. But yeah, nonetheless, oh, another working UMK3 board. So that makes about, I think, 3 of them. I was able to get the one that I got before from the trade that I did with Wicked Clown NZ, and I got one off of the auctions, which had some bad ROMs on it. So I replaced those out with the ROMs that were in the one that is this one that I got from Thing 80, and then finally able to get this one working. So, but really happy about that. Just figured I'd show you guys, you know, something that I was able to fix up here. And yeah, that's about all for me for right now. Like always, I'll put up another video here soon. So, thanks for watching.
Finish him.